touchdown run, it looked like you had a message to the crowd there. What did you say after that score, if you remember?
No message, just was I don't know. It was a different feeling to score that touchdown, and ultimately it ended up getting us the win. So,
what was so different about that feeling?
We were down, tied it up, close game, and I don't know. The feeling was just intense at that point in time in the game.
Before those drives in the fourth quarter, you went over to Travis at one point. You talked to him pretty extensively. You went over to the O-line another time. Just walk me through some of those conversations, what you were saying to your guys throughout the fourth quarter.
As a whole, we had to clean it up. We had a lack of discipline all over the place for me, everywhere else, and just taking ourselves out of scoring position a bunch of times. And we just needed to anchor down and get back to the basics and do what we do.
How, at the time, did you handle it? How do you feel like you've handled it since? It just, clearly you hear what the crowd was saying.
The only thing I heard was the booing on us not getting a 3rd and long, but I mean, other than that, I didn't hear anything else, so I wasn't focused on it. So,
yeah. But how do you handle when that happens?
Stay focused on what I'm supposed to be doing in the game, and ultimately you can't hear it.
Can that be frustrating though? Like growing, you guys are a top 10 team. You're in the driver's seat to win the conference, and you actually win the game, and your offense is being booed. Is that frustrating at all to hear that? Like, how do you not focus on that? Like you said, you focus on what you can control.
Honestly, focus on what you can control. They're not in here with us every day. I get their fans, and they have a right to whatever they want to say, their opinions and stuff like that. But they're not with us every day. They're not working with us every day, and ultimately we can't worry about that. We have to worry about what we can handle, control what we can control, and just keep progressing.
Anthony, not giving anything away, but do you actually practice taking snaps under center? Do you see how that might have been important on that last play of the game in the end zone?
No, we don't take snaps under center.
You know why? Discuss it.
It's not a question for me to answer.
Guys, if anyone wants to talk, get them now.
Your thoughts on UCLA, and just seems like they're going to bring pressure almost every time. And just, what's it going to be like preparing for that?
It's a lot to prepare for. It's chaos. They bring a lot of things, and you really have to key into what they bring and what comes with it. Very physical defense, very physical defensive line, very active in the secondary, especially at linebacker. And they're a really good defense. They're coached well, and they play really hard. So we've been preparing for all the looks that we can possibly get, and just honing in on them. So,
does that create opportunities for big plays though? If they're going to bring that many guys, where
it's always gonna create opportunities when you bring a lot of people, because their expectation is for it to get home, and we just got to know when they're hot, when we're not, and make the right reads and just execute.
Seeing Travis, just the game that he had last week, especially being an option for you, underneath, just as in the pass game as well. How nice is it to have a guy that can be such an all-purpose player like that, and especially when you do face pressure, when there are certain coverages, like you've got kind of an underneath blanket there that he provides.
Yeah, Travis is a heck of a player. Something that I was expecting to happen from Travis, even since last year when I met him. Him and CJ were always great together, and I always noticed that Travis, even though he was a smaller guy, he could do everything. And he's willing to do everything. So just his performance on Saturday was no surprise to me at all. And it's comforting to have somebody like that.
No, you live with Devin, clearly have quite a bit of chemistry with him off the field. This is the first week you're able to really consistently show it on the field. What was different about this week that you're able to turn to him in some pretty big spots and connect with him in some pretty big moments?
Like you said, just being able to connect with him in some bigger moments, and even just regular moments at times too. Dev is a really good player, and he just needed some time to get on the field, get the reps, and just get comfortable. And he was very comfortable on Saturday or Friday night, which is a great thing for us. Because he just adds to the rest of the really good receivers we have in that room.
What have you seen kind of change with him in practice? Is something Coach Chris was alluded to? It seems like his level of practice has gone up a little bit.
Urgency, his practice intensity has picked up, and he's just becoming a really mature football player.
Any thoughts on playing in the Rose Bowl, an iconic venue and a place that Oregon's had a lot of success historically?
I hear it's a wonderful stadium, great venue. I'm excited to play there. Never been, not even for a game to watch. So pretty excited about it, and should be fun.
Jalen Red is really effective at anything he does, whether it's blocking like he did in Stanford, pancaking that guy. He's effective in the run game and threw that touchdown pass. He's not the biggest guy either. Right?
Nope.
What makes him be able to be so good at so many things and yet not have the measurables of?
Jalen Red's heart is the size of Andre the Giant. His heart does not match the size he is on the field, and it's incredible playing with him. He's a Swiss Army knife, and he does not care who you are, how big you are, how fast, strong you may think you are. In his mind, he's better than you, stronger than you, and bigger than you. So, love playing with him, and I've been saying that since I got here. He's probably one of my favorite people to watch play football here.
What's the most impressive thing you've seen either live or go back and watch film of him doing?
I would say his blocking is like really, really impressive, just because of his size. And his will to make and finish those blocks it's just incredible. So
that Stanford pancake kind of the player that.
One of them, yes.
Going back to the crowd stuff here, you talked about kind of only noticing the booing. How do you compartmentalize that when you guys are, trying to catch up, tie the game, take the lead, and do your job when it's something that, could be a distraction?
Just focusing on what you need to focus on.